today we have the NX-i in its package, nice and big. Hope you can see it up close. Here we're gonna be installing it in the Audi A4. So this is the 2010 model, Quattro. You can see the Quattro here. So make sure you have that model, as you can see, hopefully in the video. This is the A4 that you see here. Hopefully you can see that in the video. Okay, good. So this is the model for this device it's the 2009 to 2016. So again, it could be these headlights, which is like the older generation, or it could also be like the newer generation headlights where they revamped it a little bit, and that's in the 2013 to 2016 models. So any of those can work. So having said that, you have the right model, the 2009 to 2016 Audi. We will then go into what's in this box and do a installation. Here I have in my hand the tools that you need to make this all happen. As you can see, number one is you need to have the screwdriver. And again, you don't need all of these like sockets or heads, but you would need at least a couple just to be safe. So again, I got a really like thin one, so it's easy to handle, but a regular Phillips screwdriver is good enough. So that's number one. Okay, so number two, we have tape. So you want to use tape to tie any wiring that you may not use, and I prefer using duct tape, but this tape can be just as good. You need to have scissors to cut the tape. So again, it's got to be precise, so you got to cut the tape. And I'm going to be using the scissors to talk about what this next one is, which is basically an automotive prying tool to remove air vents, dashboard coverings, and any of those like center consoles. Plastics can be removed with this. So you can get these anywhere you like Walmart or any other like big automotive places. You can also order this at MrHousebody.com. They also sell a pair of these along with the NX-iTouch. Those are the four things that you would need to install the NX-iTouch. So now we will proceed to the next step. Here I have in the box the NX-iTouch. It's a Apple CarPlay and Android Auto green system that you can install into the Audi A4. So let's see what's inside the box first. So I'm going to put this down. So first, as you open the box, as you can see here, and next when you open it, you're going to see the screen, which is the actual device itself. So this is what's going to go in the vehicle. Alright, so now we're inside the Audi A4. This is the manual option. As you can see, this is a stick shift. So generally, if it's an automatic, I would recommend pulling the gearbox to the manual position or neutral position. But if it's a manual, you can just leave it as it is. So there's enough space from the music, like CD player and the AC buttons to move out, because we're going to be moving these things out. Okay, the NX-iTouch would be essentially going here. So this is how it's going to look like when we install it. But before we do that, we're going to have to remove everything. If you have a phone mount, I recommend removing the phone mount that I have here, that you can see. And next, a few things to go over. When you install the NX-iTouch, we highly recommend turning the engine off, so there's no power. You can even turn the battery off, disconnect the battery. That may even be better and safer for the battery. As you can see, it's off. You see key, no power. You can even take the key out so you don't accidentally push the button or anything like that. And now again, the NX-iTouch comes in two versions. So it comes in the premium version and the basic version. So here, the one I have is the basic version. So it's the Audi Concert, as you can see here. Come a little closer, you see Audi Concert. And again, you can see here there's no MMI, there's no knob. Alright, so next, as you can see, it's off. We want to start installing the device. So first, we need to remove this piece. To do that, we will need our auto removal prying tools. The one I recommend you use is this one. Because just because it has like a nice smooth edge, as you can see. Or you could use this one if you need a little bit more edge. Make sure again The engine is off, battery is disconnected if you like, and we're going to start removing this now where we attach the NX-iTouch. Now again, you're going to have to remove a few things, so we're going to remove this, and also the glove box, and also the driver's side vent as well. We're going to have to take a lot of things out, so make sure you try to clean your vehicle as much as you can. Don't have anything lying around. It is going to get a little messy, but we'll manage. Alright, so now we're in the next part. So this is part 2, where we actually start installing NX-iTouch to the dashboard like this. So this is how it's going to look like in the end. And all we have to do is remove a few of the things that we've talked about. First things first, we want to remove this piece, the center dash. So to do that, all we have to do is use our plastic prying tool, and I recommend using this one. This one is the best. You see like the edge here, it's nice and smooth. You can see it like that. This is the other side. So both sides are about the same. So now we're gonna take this off. So what you do is you take this edge and you just go underneath it, and then you just slightly wiggle it, and then it'll come off very easily, as you can see. If it doesn't work, you want to use the other side. Okay, so you hear that little click. Now it should be easier to take out. I'm going to take it out gently. Alright, so now you want to sit on the right side, and then you want to move to the driver's side just to take out this port, because as you can see, the left side is actually hooked to something, so you just want to wiggle it slightly so it will come off, and then once it's unhooked, then you can just lift it off or up, and then it should come off nice and easy, as you can see right here. Now again, your experience will be different than mine, as it'll be a lot easier for you because you would be able to watch the video, so you would avoid some of the common mistakes that people make when removing this. So make sure when you lift it, you use the tool to wiggle it. Okay, so now it's good, and then we just want to make sure you unhook everything down underneath, because there was a piece that was still hooked, so I just unhooked it, and now everything is good. So now we can take this piece up and off. Okay, now the only last thing that we still have to do is to make sure that this side is unhooked nicely. Okay, and then that's unhooked. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so that's how you remove it. So this is how it is. So that should take you about 2 minutes if you're good. I just did it longer just to show you like what not to do. But for you, it takes about 2 minutes to take this off. And then as you will see here in the back, there is the airbag cable. So what you want to do is you want to unhook this. And this airbag cable also links to the hazard light. Here it is. So that is the hazard light that also connects to the airbag. So all we do is we just unplug it. So I'll unplug it right now. Alright, so now we just unhook the cable that you see in the back. There's that actual button or a clip. You just clip that down, and then the wire should unplug itself automatically and very easily without too much wiggle it a little bit, and then it should come off just like this. Yeah, just like that. Can be a little difficult. If it's a little difficult, just take your time. Don't like press out. Just know that it will come off. You have the patience to take it off. So give it a bit of time, and then it should come off. Okay, if you can't see it from this side, I suggest going to the other driver's side so you can take it off. So yeah, on this side is a lot easier for you to see. So what you want to do is there's actually a safety clip. There we go. See, just like that. So basically, there's, as you can see here, there's actually a little safety clip. You just hold it down with your nail, and then you just remove it from this port right here. So here you can see this is where the plug goes into. Oh no, this is where the plug goes into. You just unplug this from here, and eventually we're gonna be replacing this piece of plastic with the plastic that is in the box. So I'll show you that in a minute. So you want to replace it with this instead. So this will go. You'll be connecting it to this piece of plastic. All right. So now the next port that we want to remove is this. Well, actually, before we remove this piece, just you can take a look here. It's there's some wirings. You can see there's a cable with tape on it, so you can really notice a few things that's happened. So now the next part is we're gonna remove that. Okay, great. So now we have this off. This port is where the AC and the air conditioning is connected. So we want to remove that cable. So what we will do is we'll remove the silver plastic, just like we did with the center plastic. So again, you want to use a plastic prying tool again, and ideally this edge, this nice smooth edge. So just under the steering wheel, again, you can actually move the steering wheel up or down if you need more space, but right now it's fine for me, so great. So now we're going to remove this left side of the plastic so we can reach the air conditioning cable and wiring that's underneath it. So what we want to do is we want to again use this orange prying tool that's plastic to remove the bottom clips. So again, just use your left hand to guide your stick, and then just slightly use your right hand to slightly flick it up so it comes off nice and easy. So like this. So here is very easy. Just want to go up, and you'll hear a click. So that's when you know it's off. Very easy, barely took any time. Again, keep everything attached. This can be a little loose, so make sure it doesn't fall off. So we want to put this somewhere safe, so we'll just put it up here. So now we've got that taken care of. So be careful with these things, you don't want to lose anything, so note that. Alright, so now we've got the silver plastic removed. We want to remove this little vent so we can reach underneath here for the air conditioning plug. Now the plug is going to be orange, you see here, so we just remove everything all together. Alright, so now we've done now I'm on the left side. We've done the right side, we did the right and the bottom right screws. Now we're going to do the top left screw first. So again, use the screwdriver and then point it directly at it and just twist. And it's out. See? Okay. See how easy was that? And that's the third screw. And last but not least, we will take out the final screw, the bottom left screw. So again, so clockwise is to unscrew and counterclockwise is to screw in. Alright, so that's, now we've got the screw off, we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so we just removed all 4 of the screws, and again, to remove a screw, you want to go counterclockwise to unscrew, and then clockwise to screw the screw back in. So now you've got to take out these big screws that you see here. So you want to remove that screw, remove that screw, remove that screw.